Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, what are you wearing, Jack?
I'll explain.
Please do.
For those watching this rather than listening to it, I am dressed in a lovely fetching bear onesie. It's because back at All In I lost and the punishment was bear themed. This is it. But also you might notice that I'm bound via tape to a inflatable sort of punching bag thing of John Cena. Originally the plan was, because Sam lost at Bound for Glory, that me and him were going to be bound together with me dressed as a bear. And that was going to be our punishment for a working day. Sam then yesterday said, I'm going to the cinema with my dad tomorrow. And I was like, what time? He was like, 5 o'clock. I was like...
Talks so much nonsense, that man.
He was like, I'm going to the cinema. I was like, please don't, because this isn't going to work. And he was like, oh yeah, I'll just bind you to something else. So he's tied me to this.
So what you're saying is he's reneging on the deal?
Whoa, maybe he is.
He should have to be bound to something else on his own.
Yeah.
Like a lamppost
Because
overnight.
Bound to his dad while he watches Halloween in the cinema.
Because being bound isn't my punishment, it's his, but I've just had to take it.
Right, it's his punishment and he's watching...
He's off with his dad.
Right.
Yeah.
So we couldn't have picked a worse week to do this punishment in terms of this podcast, because the news this week...
It's very somber and serious news, and I do feel really awkward talking about it like this. But, let's just point out, this isn't a reflection of our feelings on the seriousness of the situation. This is just the bloody punishment. How are you, Maffew?
I'm all right, but I realise I am going to have to stop, serious mode now. And I look at Ross, and Ross has that great, the news has just come in face, but... You don't right now.
Is it a resting bitch phase? What the young kids call it these days?
Yeah, resting bitch.
Which is perfect for
delightful bitch phase I've got.
Exactly. For depressing wrestling news, it's perfect. You're not dressed as a bear. Somebody describe you as a bear, but you are not dressed as one. That's fine.
Cuddly like a bear.
Right, there we go.
Hairy.
This isn't cuddly. This is more scratchy. So that's good.
So it's a crappy fur outfit as well.
The second least comfortable thing I've worn this year, just behind Ollie Davis's jacket, which is genuinely less comfortable than this.
And we still have that.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's
in here somewhere.
Yeah.
And people commented I look like I was wearing my dad's jumper. So I am not going to put it on again. Apart from that, how are you doing, Ross?
Not too bad. Can't complain. Been a tough week, hasn't it? Tough week in the old Grappletons.
Yes. For wrestlers, yes.
Yeah.
For me, I'm fine. But yes. For
it must have hit me like a ton of bricks. I
was
cried,
shocked.
me. I cried.
I was shocked.
Did you actually?
I was in bed crying.
Because it's so unreal to me, because I'm watching Raw of a certain amount of numbness, the amount of wrestling after watching this week. So I was like, all right. And there's all these Facebook posts about it. I'm like, what the hell happened on Raw?
Yeah.
Because it either something really good's happened or something really bad. So I watched it go and it's like, okay, this is a good... I actually tweeted about it.
I saw this tweet you did.
No. And again, it's very easy for me to tweet something thinking, my followers are dead smart. I know exactly the thing I'm trying to convey, but I'll take it. It was my fault completely, because expecting people to get what I meant. I meant me watching it as cynical prick going, this is just an angles thing. Get the fuss off
this
the
isn't your
crown
actual
jewel.
thoughts after it. Yeah,
and then it happened. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, this isn't an angle. It's not. Oh. Right.
I thought the same. I was working a late shift here, so I just had Raw on while I was doing my last little bits of work and stuff. And he came out in those street clothes, and I was like, he looks like he's going to drop the belt. I thought he was injured. That's what my first thought was. Right. But no, it was really. He spoke really, really well, and it must have been really difficult too as well. But he did really well, and then just Rollins was so upset. It was really affecting. It was really, really sad. Yeah.
And it's come out of nowhere because I've not heard anything about this. So he's not been open, as far as I know, he's not been open about previous incidents.
There's been one reference to it in one article, I think, ever.
Right.
To this big illness he had. I think it was in 2015. Someone wrote a piece about it.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all anybody knew.
So he comes up and says, this is so unexpected, but he's, you can't be like, oh, well, I had this one time. How could you just be talking about it?
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, obviously, I wish him the best. Jeez. I hope people don't think I'm because I'm a Potchmania guy, laughing at anything, but I'm not laughing about a guy getting leukemia. Jesus Christ.
But it was a really startling start to Raw, and I think the fact that, he said, he made a clear point that this isn't a retirement speech.
That was
he's
good.
going to come back and beat it, and hopefully he does. And if he does, the pop when he comes back, it's going to be immense. It's going to be great. It'll be a great moment. It's what else can you say about it? Really, it's really, what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crap, innit?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
crap.
And then, if that wasn't bad enough, head shrink of Samu.
Yeah. Who's his cousin, I think?
Oh, don't ask me what part of relative.
No, I think-
But yeah,
I
he's
think
part
he's
of the Hanoi family.
Well, this first came out because they were talking. He was getting slagged off for selling "I Know I Strong" t-shirts, and then he
Who?
said,
Samu?
"Yeah." And
Right.
then he took to Facebook and made a status like, "No, this isn't an attempt to like cash in on Roman's illness. This is the attempt of the family to raise awareness for cancer research." And then
Right.
he said, "By the way, I have stage 4 liver cancer and I'm awaiting a transplant." And it was just like, whew, yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah, heavy start to the podcast and to the week. Anyway,
And again, you
what
dressed
else?
as that outfit. Jesus.
I'm not an elf. I'm a bear.
Dressed in that outfit.
Oh, and that outfit.
I
thought
know
you
you're not
dressed
an
as
elf.
But yeah,
Thank you for pointing that out.
well, hopefully there's some. Well, I was going to say, but other news will really lighten the tone. But it's
Yeah,
it's
I was
about
going to say,
bloody-
whatever.
it's about
Oh,
Saudi Arabia.
right. Saudi Arabia.
Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
It's actually going ahead. They've confirmed today as we're recording this.
So where was this? Was on the financial report.
On the, what is it?
Third
Some
quarter.
third quarter financial report. They've put a brief statement saying we're in this deal. We're going to do it.
They've given us the money and we don't want to give it back.
But interestingly, there was no mention of the 10-year deal as part of this statement. So that leads me to believe I think they're going to do this one because I think it was too late in the day. Even though I personally think they should have got out of it.
Same.
I think it was probably too late for them to do it realistically.
Yeah.
I think they might have pulled out of the 10-year thing because that wasn't mentioned when they made such a massive deal of it at the Greatest Royal Rumble. And not to mention it now, it's a bit funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say sympathetic to WWE, but I'm not. But so I was like, but they did pay us a lot of money, and we do love money. You know, what do you want us to do? So it'll be interesting. The favorite thing I saw online was this being described as, "I can't wait for blood money in the bank."
Oh
coming up
no!
soon. So look, we're going to get some horrible laughs out of
Somebody
it.
sent me the Crown Jewel logo, but with like drips of blood all over it. Yeah, I think they're just going to have to grit their teeth and
Yeah.
get through it now, and then just do what they can to repair the damage.
Right, just be like, look, just pretend. Just close your eyes and think you're anywhere else. other than
Yeah.
Ideally, the perfect thing with them to have done is take the money and then like do it somewhere else. We're going to do it in Turkey instead.
Well, there's been like little before this financial report came out. There was rumors of it being like WWE were clearing events and just having them advertised as just WWE event in places like Albany, Manchester, I think was one. And Crown Jewel would
Which
obviously
is just a 3-hour drive away
from the small
Saudi
mining
Arabia.
tower. Yeah. But if Crown Jewel, the title, could realistically be moved anywhere else, it would be the UK, surely, because it just fits thematically, the monarchy and everything.
Well, apparently SummerSlam 92 didn't raise any money. How the hell does that work? I've got a Bixen's panel, someone's going to do a research on that. Triple H saying, well, SummerSlam 92 wasn't successful. 80,000 people
Yeah.
were there.
Yeah.
So unless they're going for free, I don't see how that works, but whatever. Sorry, got off topic there slightly.
Well, so Hulk Hogan was talking to a paper, I think it was the Orlando Sentinel, and said that now that he's reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame, which was a controversial move in itself, and Hogan's he's not a very good PR person, and he said...
He is for Hulk Hogan.
Well, he said, I can't wait to do more things with WWE, can't wait to go to Saudi Arabia, can't wait for WrestleMania. So now everyone's like, well, Hogan's going to Saudi Arabia then. But he didn't specify for Crown Jewel, but if Ross... What Ross was saying
I think
as well,
he said with WWE for Crown Jewel, which, you know...
Did he say for Crown Jewel?
It doesn't...
No, he said
It doesn't
right?
confirm...
Did he say that?
Oh, sorry, no, he said Saudi Arabia, didn't he?
There's been
Not
no
Crown Jewel. I thought it was
confirmation of like an appearance for Hulk Hogan at Crown Jewel, but Hulk Hogan himself has claimed he's going on that aeroplane with WWE to Saudi Arabia.
Oh my God.
So
He'll be in
the
Saudi Arabia.
He'll be on one of those couches with a Saudi princess. Like, oh, hello, brothers.
All the crowd's distracted because they're watching the matches because he's just there doing that.
Yeah, but
But,
I sincerely hope he doesn't return. I don't want to see him back.
Yeah, same.
It would be good if this is like WWE's treating us like, okay, all the stuff we are contractually obligated to do that makes us look really bad, we'll just do it
It's
this
his
one
fault.
event and then just never talk about it again. It's like one of those companies like that's just not earning any money. It's like, right, we'll put all the resources there and just blame it on them, cut the losses, it's fine. So Hogan will be there, CM Punk will be there, they dispute the best in the world claim and all this. Who else? Ryback may make an appearance.
Demolition will be there, win the tag team championships.
Right. Raven, all those other people in that lawsuit that went nowhere will be in the Battle Royal. Be all like, all right, that's it. Never mention this ever again. It won't be streamed live. This is it.
I mean,
how much more of a mess could you make it? Picking
they're going,
anybody
look.
in the world to appear.
Yeah.
Which, you know, at the time they haven't confirmed, so you might just be talking bollocks because it's Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Dan Hulk Hogan, you know. God, this tangled web becomes thicker by the day, or whatever
plot
this
thickens.
And the NWA had their first streaming pay-per-view.
Right.
Yes.
Which was interesting as hell.
Yes.
So I'm like, the NWA's back? I was like, yeah, the legacy. And I'm like, man, that's like saying Atari is still making games. It's the same guys in a warehouse from '83. It's like, no, it isn't. But God bless them for trying. There isn't enough wrestling companies going at the minute. So nice production values. The volume was awful. Nick Galdis won the title from Cody Rhodes, which surprised the hell out of me because I figured Cody Rhodes
I thought it was pretty predictable because Cody's done nout with NWA since winning the belt, has he?
But I thought he's the biggest thing they have. So I was like, look, Cody, do what you want as long as you have the title on you. Because if people are looking at you, then looking at our title. And now they're not looking at Cody. So I'm like, okay.
This all adds to the thing that because Cody put an Instagram post out on Monday saying he's transitioning to a new role in professional wrestling. And he's also confirmed that he's left the Bullet Club. So what the hell that means, I don't know. A new role in professional wrestling. I think he might be launching his own promotion or something, mate. That'd be quite interesting, wouldn't it?
You know, I noticed because I was thinking, maybe they are going okay with Cody because, sometimes what they say in commentary. Joe Coffey wrestled for NXT UK last week. It aired because obviously 12 months ago. And they said, Joe Coffey had Kurt Angle's last singles match before going to WWE. No, Cody had Angle's last match. So I'm like, do they know that and they're deliberately rubbing him away? Because if he was going to there, then you'd think they'd put like a little feeler in and be like, as they have done in the past. But
it's a bit crappier than that because Cody's been very respectful and diplomatic, hasn't he, since he left? He's not been shooting on them or anything like that. He's been very measured.
Yeah, I think he has.
He hasn't needed to.
I don't know if he'll... Do you think he's going back? Do you think?
No, I'll
think
definitely write clickbait articles to say that he might be. money.
I think it could just be a ploy. I think this is just because
all eyes on Cody.
maybe.
It all ties in because all the Young Bucks and Adam Page have been releasing that last ever Bullet Club shirts. Please buy them.
Yeah.
You'll never get them again. It's all a bit very...
Ozzy Osbourne's first retirement tour was in '95. Just saying.
Was it?
Yeah. And his next tour was called Retirement Sucks. What other news? Somewhat happier.
Neville. Mr.
Oh, there we go. There's the kickstart this
2
podcast
European
needs.
dates announced today. One
Yep.
for OTT, which will not happen in November.
That's all it said. Yeah, it's
Don't know
not a
when.
November show.
Yeah, because he's fully booked with
Dragon Gate.
Dragon Gate, yes.
And the other for Big League Wrestling in Yeovil,
Yeah.
where he's in a triple threat.
I legitimately don't know where Yeovil is, so I had to check it.
Sounds
West Country,
somewhere.
war.
Oh, awesome.
I got a brand new combine
Yeah.
harvester.
That'll be Neville coming out to that.
That's what Neville will be doing. Like, you dare make fun of my accent.
We'll do it for Australians, we'll do it for us as well.
So I mean, if a promotion like Big Time Wrestling can get Neville,
Big League.
Big League Wrestling can get
How dare you?
Neville, then bloody North Wrestling can in Newcastle upon Tyne. Why I get him up
Oh,
here.
Tidal, that are running there soon.
Or MEW in Long
We're
Bend.
going to name all of them.
All the Northeast ones.
Almost
Defiant
Pro Wrestling. And no,
Almost Pro Wrestling.
yes, and
Never
No Shields. They're way better than the name sounds.
Okay.
5-Star Wrestling. Damn it.
Oh,
Why couldn't 5-Star
don't,
Wrestling be
man.
alive now? Damn
Don't
it.
rub it in.
We've made
Neville in 5-star would have been the dream.
That's it.
Neville versus Jake Hager. Huh? But yeah, it's exciting that Neville's taking
Every
bookings,
podcast.
isn't it?
Sorry. Yes.
It is exciting. And I can't wait. Or Pac, as we should now call him.
Sorry.
Or
Pac.
Ben.
Or Neville, FKA, Park in brackets.
Hey,
That's what we've done.
I've just remembered some massive news as well.
Have you?
Just to round things off. Aye. Kenny McIntosh has announced the bloody Undertaker.
I was going to say,
Christ.
yeah. He said he did the Mark Henry. He teased retirement, and they
Yeah,
came
he
back
did.
bigger than ever.
I've got plenty more left in the
Like,
tank.
you can't go out on top. You got to just stop. Oh God, it was awful. If you
It
can't,
started off all right, and then
yeah. So he's like, if you kind of top your Pat Patterson show, you might as well stop. Is the gist of the retirement part of his thing, and then all of a sudden the lights went out, bong happened,
Yeah.
and then Friar Tuck walked down with an urn. God bless him. It was quite funny. Yeah, I went for the Druid thing, but they're going to get a costume in brown, it would seem. So Friar Tuck walked down, gave Kenny an urn. Kenny gave it the old Undertaker pose with the
The
urn.
pop was big.
Oh,
Everyone
it
was like, "Whoa." I mean,
Goosebumps, spine tingling moment.
he's got the Undertaker.
It's mad, like when you think about
It
it.
is
isn't
crazy.
and even
yeah.
better, the D in Glasgow. So he could beat Scottish Undertaker on Twitter.
This is the biggest like wrestling talk ever, isn't it? Like that sort of thing.
Undertaker very rarely does them. He did that
Yeah.
off the
Off the record. Michael
It's called
Lansbury.
off the thing. What 20 years ago?
2002, I think it
He
was.
did that recent one with that crazy guy.
Pasta.
The awful one. The first question you get asked Undertaker out of character. So your theme's nice.
The first time in years he does it, and they get a guy who just... So who are you? Are you really dead? God. So, yeah, it'd be nice for Kenny... I mean, fantastic news. Well done, Kenny. I mean, it'd be really hard for him to do an interview cross-legged for 3 hours, but I'm sure he'll manage.
He's got to retire now, though, after the old...
Oh, he's knackered now,
You can't top the Undertaker. He's going to have to stop. But well done to Kenneth and all the lads and lasses.
Inside the ropes.
Where's our tickets?
Where's our Jericho Cruise tickets? That's got to be...
Oh, yeah.
When is that?
He sold it out, though. I saw that today on
Is that
Instagram.
now?
He's actually sold out. Have you seen the prices?
Yeah. No. I wasn't expecting to have to pay, the amount of free bloody publicity we gave you, Chris, you ungrateful prick.
When is it? Is it soon?
End of the month, yeah.
End of the month.
It's got to be really... Yeah, because I thought it was like September for some
Might be
reason.
this weekend. With it being a weekend.
Might be already been as we're talking.
Yeah, is that the news? That's the big news.
I think that's just about it, isn't it?
The biggest of the
How are they going to do the results for that on cagematch.net? Where this happens somewhere in the sea.
International.
Cody's in the Bullet Club for that, isn't he?
Well, it's non-canon, isn't it? It's
on the sea. So
yeah, it's uncharted waters. It's going to win the WWE title, like whatever. And that's the news.
Lovely.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Ho-hoy!
Oh, yeah.
Aye. It's our thing now. It's been miserable. Yes, it is time for the Hall of Fame, and I'm just realising you're in no way, shape, or
I can
form.
do it. I can get it.
Is Cena going to help you?
Yeah,
You're
why
nobody.
not? Should we run through our
But he might
previous...
as well help out with this. He's not doing Saudi Arabia, allegedly.
Talk to him like a puppet.
That's ridiculous. I can't believe you need a gimmick to go through the podcast, Jack. It's disgusting. So, Hall of Fame. Do you remember what we did last week?
Yes.
Got no idea.
I remember what
Awesome.
I did last week.
Did
I
you?
did Survivor Series 98.
Oh, I remember.
You did. And I did Gangrel's entrance.
And I did Tegan Knox.
Gutted that Gangrel didn't win, because I've already had a look at it. Would you like to do the thing?
Oh, listen to that water. Dirty.
Oh. Oh, God. Sorry, Cena's had a stern put in. And it is the massive unveiling as the microphone gets hit. Oh, it's
no.
down.
Tumble.
Down goes Mike. Down goes Mike. And it is.
She's really small in it, but
Not
it's Tegan Knox somewhere.
Yes.
It just above. There you go. Point. Yeah. Hello. I'll see that coming before. Yes, Tegan Knox, who was sadly horribly injured, because it's non-stop happiness here on the wrestling podcast known as Cultaholic. It's a Gus Van Sant book. This.
Camera has just changed colour a lot. It's like blue.
What?
What have you done?
Let's take a quick technical break and get Pachiti in here.
So, Tegan Knox, sadly not in the Mae Young Classic finals. Apparently she was supposed to be
What?
in the finals.
No.
I heard that.
Oh, that's sad.
Why am I telling you this? You should
I
know
dunno.
this.
That's very sad.
Maybe that's why she was saying sorry then. Thing I didn't understand at the time, which makes a bit more sense now, even though she still shouldn't have to say sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't her fault. Accidents happen.
So anyway, it was your idea this week, Maffew, to each, because it's Evolution on Sunday, nominate a lady.
Yes, I thought we were all going to go after, wow, have you realised we've all put a woman in? But what are the chances?
I mean, let's just pretend that didn't exist, what I just said there, and let's just do anything.
Nah, leave it in. What the hell? It's live. We'll just wing it. I am going to go with, when I think women's wrestling, the first thing I think of, just as a kid, is Alundra Blaze.
Oh, nice.
So,
Good shout.
because she's wrestling. She's actually in the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
She was at the Royal Rumble in this year, doing the ill-advised
Oh, is that when she
pre-show.
was like taking the piss out of JBL?
She was trying to, and it was quite good, but then it was just like, haha, so who have you got picked? And she apparently forgot everyone's name. So JBL was like, not really. Look at this idiot. He's like, say somebody. JBL, you and your cowboy hat. Say her name. Say her name. Oh, bless her. But yeah, so Alundra Blaze, when I was a kid, she was the WF women's division.
Literally.
Yeah, honestly. She had feuds, Bull Nakano, Alundra Blaze, even though it was a bit of a mess. And basically,
She had a feud with herself.
Who did you mean?
Bertha Faye.
Oh.
There you go. We can cut around that.
No,
Don't-
leave
don't
that in.
go
It's only
for
fair. You're cutting out the mistakes Maffew makes. I mean, no way. Yeah, leave it in. Whatever, I don't care. I love Jason. Make a video of that. Yeah. So she looked great. She wrestled very competently. She wasn't embarrassing. She was, yeah, great. And it was a real shame when you look back at it and going, yeah, they got rid of the women's division and her and the title just as a cost-cutting measure.
She was 20 years ahead of her time, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Change the business? when
What's she doing?
threw the belt in the trash. Yeah.
Awesome.
Led to the screw job, sort of. One of many factors that led to the screw job. Yeah. But no, I think that's good. It's a really good shout. Do you want me to do mine?
Nah, the stereo.
Oh, right, okay. What's wrong with the way I look at the minute? I'm going for Molly Holly.
Ooh, good.
One of the most underrated wrestlers ever, really. Although she's one of the... Actually, no, she's one of those ones these days that was underrated at the time, but now everyone's gone. Brilliant. Molly Holly was class. Got her head shaved once, I believe.
WrestleMania 20.
That's really putting it all out there, isn't it? In the
Because
name
apparently
of
she wasn't going to
entertainment.
be on the card, and then was like,
Yeah.
I'll do anything to get on the card. And they're like, shave your head.
Yeah, that DVD money that Neville or Aries didn't get. So, aye.
But no, she was a fantastic wrestler. I think she's also going to be in the Battle Royal. Evolution. I think she is.
My mind's gone blank.
I think she is.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be there.
It's weird with so many people, you forget some of
Just
them.
do two takes. She's not in the Battle Royal now. Yeah, she is in the
No,
Battle
I-
Royal.
Molly Holly is in the Battle Royal.
I'll put my reputation on the line here. I think she's in the Battle Royal.
Reputation dresses a bound.
My serious wrestling integrity.
Also,
Also,
for DDT.
I like the Molly go round. I think that's an exciting move, and I think she was my most excited. She was the biggest pop for me at the Women's Royal Rumble when she came out. I was like, oh, it's about to go down now. She didn't win or anything, but she still looked really good. She still looked like she could wrestle. So fair play, Molly Holly. And I liked when she won the hardcore belt as well, when she turned on the Hurricane.
Yes.
That was good. Ross.
I was going to go for a lady before this stipulation was brought in. Aria Blake of MLW fame. Because she did an Instagram question and answer thing last week, and someone said, who's your favourite member of Cultaholic? And guess who she said?
Who, Ross? Who?
It was me, damn it. It was me,
you
Austin,
all
all along.
along.
So yeah, because I'm her favourite. I've been buttered up and put her in the Hall of Fame, potentially.
That's all it takes to get a nomination.
That's all
for
it
the-
takes.
Co-opted Cultaholic.
I'm easy going.
She remains the only wrestler to get in touch with the podcast.
That's
but if
also a
any other
secondary
wrestler-
reason, yeah.
If any other wrestlers want to, then
Rest of them are too embarrassed.
Aria Blake once dressed as Kim Possible for a gimmick battle royal as well. I rate that. That's pretty
I've
good.
got no idea
That's
who Kim
nice.
Possible is.
Kim Possible?
No idea.
I think it was Nickelodeon, a cartoon.
Oh,
It was a Disney Channel.
I was more of a Cartoon
Disney
Network
Channel.
man, me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It might have been Disney Channel.
All right.
Angela, what was it called?
Angela Anaconda.
That's the one.
Yes.
My name is Angela. Hey, hello.
Well, welcome to my very own show.
I'll introduce my friends to you.
Oh no, it's Ninny Poo.
Betty.
Ninny Poo.
Ninny Poo.
It was the
Poo.
French
Oh, it was
girl
Betty-
she didn't
Betty
like.
Yeah, and she was like Maurice.
Yeah,
kinda.
she was like
Yeah.
Maurice.
And you had
yeah.
the Powerpuff Girls. You
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Ed and Eddie.
Ed,
Bit
Ed, and
stupid for
Eddie.
me, that.
Cow and chicken.
Cow and chicken.
Mama had a cow. Mama had a
Was
chicken.
did chicken?
No,
have a-
chicken. Dad had cow. Mom was proud. Messed up.
Dad was
Whatever.
proud. He didn't care how.
What? No.
Did chicken have a-
No.
This might
Cartoon. No. Sorry.
Chicken have a slightly dodgy, stereotypical Mexican accent?
No, it was a Cajun, I think.
Was it? Mama had a chicken. Yeah, it was. It was like
Yeah.
Louisiana. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
And he had a cousin boneless.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's a boneless chicken, so
Yeah, I
it just
get it,
didn't
I
have
get
any
it, but I don't
bones.
remember it.
Underrated kids TV. innit?
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That was,
Hello,
yeah.
it's me,
That was
the
creepy,
devil.
Courage the
Yeah.
Cowardly
Johnny
Dog.
Bravo.
Just name Cartoon Network.
Johnny
shit.
Bravo would not go down well today.
1, 2, 3, 4. Great.
Great.
So yeah,
That's my
Aria
default
Blake for
dance
the
to
Hall
the-
of
oh,
Fame.
sorry, yeah,
We've done it
Aria, yeah,
again,
go
haven't
on.
we? We've just gone off on one. There you go. There's your three ladies for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alundra Blaze.
Molly
Love
Holly.
her.
And Aria Blake.
I should have thought of wrestlers I could get a plug. I had Killer Kelly do a video.
Why is she your favourite member? She favourite? Are you her favourite member of Cultaholic?
I better be. Yeah. Time's a plug on Twitter. Anyway, those are your picks. Please give us some money on Patreon. Patreon.com/Cultaholic. You can register your vote. Might as well be honest. And we can definitely show your pick in a tiny picture for half a second. And that's how we get your money. Thank you very much. Next segment.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
And of course, you can vote for our Hall of Fame by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic.
Lovely stuff.
Seamless.
Money.
What time's it now?
It's time to watch Raw at fast forward 1.5 speed the day afterwards. Okay, let's start off with Raw.
I mean, we've already talked about Roman Reigns in the intro, and I don't think there's much more to say about it, really. So
Yes.
we'll just, yeah.
Let's move on to stuff we can take the mick out of.
Yeah, essentially.
Brothers of Destruction confronted DX, kind of. I didn't actually mind DX's bit where he goes, you say we're old, but the film that's number one in the box office came out 35 years ago. Or was it maybe 40 years ago now?
Wrong, innit?
Jesus, yeah.
Isn't that a remake?
No, it's called Halloween, but it's technically the sequel to the original. There's ignoring all the sequels that came after the first.
The franchise is Shane Douglas is number one.
So if Triple H's analogy was right, it would be like the Young Bucks version of DX being
it would
now.
Good point. Yes.
Yeah.
I liked when Shawn Michaels thought nostalgia was an ancient Greek word for new merch. I like that.
That was good, and I actually got a kick out of it. Goes, maybe because we're still here, old just means we're better than you, which is a sad sign of the times because of all the people they've wrestled and supposed to be putting over as the next guys, from Morrison and Miz to, I don't know,
Legacy.
Murdoch and Cade to Legacy, they're still here.
Yeah.
Everyone else they were supposed to put over as the new guys have left, which is bizarre to
Spirit
me.
Squad.
Right. Because I was thinking about this. I think because they were...
Vince and Shane.
Big show.
I was thinking there's more people now probably involved in WWE from the Attitude Era from 15 years ago or 20 years ago than there are from 10 years ago. You know, the likes of MVP, Kennedy, Galloway to leave and come back. They're not there. They're not brought up Swagger. It's always the people from that way back when, but not like a few years ago. There's always something that's happened or come up. So, which is why we're getting the Brothers of Destruction. It came out and people thought it was very ill-advised that they were like, we're going to bury you because the whole journalist thing. But I'm like, it is The Undertaker. I mean, have him at this stage go, I'm going to hurt you in a non-confrontational way.
Yeah.
I don't get that criticism when it comes to Undertaker. He has been doing it for 30 years-ish.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed DX's bit more than Kane Undertaker's bit. A lot.
Yeah.
I'm finding the Brothers of Destruction a little bit tiresome by this point. I can't buy Undertaker as a threat when we just saw him in Australia nearly die.
Right, and especially when they're saying, like, maybe nostalgia means this, and that's like, Undertaker's like, that's all I'm running off nowadays. By the way, go to Glasgow to see me versus Kenny McIntosh.
Versus?
Yeah, the wrestler.
Can it see? No.
Jesus, moving on. Braun Strowman confronted Paul Heyman. Then Drew McIntyre attacked Strowman. What a kick he gave him as well.
He got him for real, didn't he? The way Braun reacted.
For real.
Yeah, for really real.
Cheers! He did it.
How can a man of Drew's size get up in the air like that? It's quite incredible.
Practicing in leather trousers.
Yeah, that's
how.
what he said, didn't he? Yeah. Because he slipped or something.
No, they were too tight, so he had to take the second leg up with the first one.
Right.
Otherwise he would have split his difference, as my gran used to say.
Split the difference. One leg was going to the shops, the other one was coming back with change. So Braun Strowman was like, I don't care, I respect Roman Reigns, and you'll get the first title shot, and I'm going to be your Brock Lesnar. And I'm like, please God, not Lesnar winning.
I thought that confirmed,
Anything
by
but
the way,
that.
that Braun did just turn heel for Roman's sake, which is not really,
Because now he's face again.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I mean,
it's much of a muchness now after what we learned
Right.
this week, but it's just an interesting point, isn't it?
Heyman, by the way, was fantastic. He was really, really good because he went from being all serious about Roman into like hype in Brock Lesnar mode, and it was seamless. You just couldn't almost tell that he'd done it. He's just the best on the mic.
Yeah, probably. Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella signed their Evolution contract.
Your mom's ashamed of you? Was the gist of this promo.
Haha, you got knocked out.
It's more than I was expecting him to get, to be fair, after your point last week on the pod.
This, again, I was like half right. Oh, maybe they'll do more next week. She was like, haha, you upset your mum by not going undefeated. So they can't say, haha, you got knocked out, man, you suck.
Yeah, it's 3/4 of the way there, but not quite.
Yeah, so they're not going all in and all this, which is weird because I do like the idea, and I hate giving the compliment to Bellas, but I'll give them it for entertaining me. But if they're going, we're not women's wrestlers, we're divas, because there are people who do like those divas and the Bella stuff, as I said last week. So a lot of the stuff they were saying was like, yeah, there are people that like that. Not everyone's like, yeah, New Japan, All Japan women's wrestling from the early 90s, yeah. All Japan women.
They didn't.
Anyway, cut that bit out because it was complete crap.
They didn't.
Botchamania.
Just, you got a thought, but you haven't like spell checked it or anything. So it comes out as blah blah blah. So those are my thoughts on it. You guys say anything?
As I say, I thought they said a lot more than they were going to get going into the show, so it was all right, I guess.
I thought it was a decent segment. I liked how it made me a little bit more excited for the match, which is what these are meant to do. When Ronda got slapped and then just said, "I'm going to destroy you," and walked off, I was like, "Oh no, I'm looking forward more to getting our hands on Nikki Bella." Classic sort of heel babyface stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was good.
I think you should have had more Icarus.
What? From Chikara?
Why can't I think today?
Icarus is in the wrestler or the Greek myth?
That's the one that Ronda Rousey wiped out last week, wasn't it?
What?
I think they should have had more Chikara wrestlers come out
Was
with
it
security.
Icarus?
Yeah, it was Icarus from last
No,
week.
he was on Raw last week.
I didn't notice until people pointed out.
Oh, a member of Fist.
Yes.
Fist are one of my favourite indie stables ever.
Yes.
Friends in similar tights. Who else? Gargano.
Chuck Taylor.
Chuck Taylor.
And
Grant
Sugar
Akuma.
Dunkerton for a bit. Because they had that thing where they drafted everyone.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, none of them were on Raw. Ember Moon defeated Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, and Tamina. It says it's fatal 4-way. I don't think it went 1 minute.
It's a wider issue why I've included this in the Raw recap, because obviously
ahead.
this was the go-home show for Evolution, but that match I think lasted for 2 seconds, not more. Which is it was all about Crown Jewel, wasn't it? Raw this week, which was a bit wrong.
Yeah,
when you're
what's
trying
this
to hype-
Sunday? It's Crown Jewel, right?
No, it's the first ever all-women's pay-per-view, WWE Evolution.
Oh.
At least Ember won, the best choice of the 4, in my opinion.
I like matches like this. I have to remind people there's a battle royal. So there's all, even like the men did, but it's like, oh, let's have a random match where everyone throws each other out. So the companies go, well, if that happens this Sunday, they're eliminated.
Oh, I did an interview with Ember Moon recently, right? It's on the channel, but I'm embarrassed about it because she was lovely.
You dressed as a bear?
No, she was. It was just a phone interview. She was lovely, really articulate, really nice, really easy to interview. But I was wearing our new headset that we've got, and we haven't quite figured out yet the distance or whatever away from your mouth. So in the interview, when she's talking, you can just hear me going. like a proper pervert on the other side, just breathing down the line.
It's your favourite match you've had so far.
It's really bad. I don't think she would have heard that on the other side, but on the video, it just sounds. She's giving really happy, like nice answers, like, "Oh, I love like being wrestling so many great women and stuff." I'm just like, yeah.
What are you wearing?
You'll never guess what I'm wearing, Ember. Dressed as a bear.
It's so bad. So I think in future I'll just be moving the mic further away from my mouth. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Dean Ambrose and Seth. Oh, yeah, Christ. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins defeated Ziggler and Drew McIntyre to win the Raw Tag Team Championship. Wow, of course they had to. What a great way of sending people home and reminding people that the Shield are a family.
Wow.
Together no matter what. Doesn't matter about the previous differences.
Man,
Fantastic.
it was great.
So happy they did it.
You want to hear the air go out of an arena?
Yeah.
Quickly, zoop.
And both Rollins and Ambrose sold it really well. Rollins was upset. Well, he was like devastated.
Ambrose was going, you think I'm funny? You think I'm like, no, Joe Pesci and Goodfellas, which is a good reason as any to turn, because it's been, you don't take me seriously. And it's like, okay, that's going great. But you could hear Seth going, I know. After you hit the DDT.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like, I understand.
Is it
Right.
really?
Yeah,
it's
you
class.
can hear it.
No. Oh, so he
Hope
knows.
so. It wasn't some guy in the. Maybe they were censoring the hell out of him as he was going through the crowd.
love that, mate.
Oh, if I'm like, genuine, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you if
had
you
that
want hinge.
The woman was like the second WrestleMania 30 coming incarnate. What am I saying here?
No,
What's
I get what
happening
you're saying.
here?
Yeah. I hope they're going back to those final reactions, because some were like, oh my god, and other people were like, whoa. I'm like, no, go away.
Yeah.
But
Should leave that stuff for YouTube. Cultaholic.com /
that's for YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose did what?
You'll never guess who turned you. Carry on.
He turned diddler. So
You're going to turn heel, Ember, at some point.
return my heel.
No.
The Usos defeated Styles and Bryan again. Just in brackets,
on
AJ
SmackDown,
Styles
yeah.
confused by Pinocchio after the match. Yeah, sorry, SmackDown. AJ Styles confused by Pinocchio after the match.
I thought that was hilarious, me.
That was
It's
good.
like, what are you calling this? Pinocchio? Nah.
Yeah, and I didn't notice this because it happened so fast, but lots of GIF accounts took note of it. Whichever Uso it was, did Roman's fist reload
In midair.
during the splat. Yeah, in midair.
Impressive.
Yeah. I should have done a replay of it. I'll point it out because I didn't notice it.
It was exactly the same build. It was exactly the same angle, essentially, as last week, though, just with Styles taking the pinfall instead of Bryan.
Yeah, right.
Which was disappointing, but...
Bryan being made look like a bit of a fool because he didn't realise it was a mistake. Bryan thought it was a shoot, brother,
Yeah, he thought he actually Pele kicked him on purpose, yeah.
when he had his back turned looking the other way.
Yeah. But I think it's not what they need to do when it's a respectful feud like this, like Miz covered last time. It's like, yeah, where's the beef? Oh, I'm a good wrestler. Oh, I'm a good wrestler. Like, let's have a good match together. Ooh. Dancing and Destruction arose ahead. Oh, God, look at this headline.
I can't believe
A
when I
road
read
of
that.
the Women's Battle Royal at WWE. Oh, yeah, they did the massive, oh, there's so many women in the ring. And
Let's have
by
a
the way,
pretend Battle Royal, yeah.
if they hit the feet on the floor, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Randy Orton defeated Jeff Hardy.
That's that good.
No, wait.
Oh, sorry, was there much to say about that? All right, go
Yeah,
on.
well, who do you think? I mean, now I'm not sure who's going to win this Battle Royal because Vega was the last one in the ring until Asuka didn't throw her out, just kicked her in the head and she rolled out of the way. And Asuka was the last woman standing tall. And Asuka was my favourite to win the Battle Royal, but now that she was the last one standing tall on the Go Home show, don't know if it's going to be Asuka.
Adam Pacienti's gone for Asuka in our predictions.
Who have you gone for?
Nia Jax.
Yeah, fair. Whoever wins gets a title shot, don't they?
Yep. Which means
no
it
one
probably
really-
won't be Nia Jax.
I was going to say, there's no one really new and upcoming at the minute, so I'm going to say both of the Iconics will land at the
That's
same
what we
time,
were
like
saying.
Luger and Brett.
SmackDown's women's roster's a mess, isn't it? Everyone's just stuck in tag teams. I know it's pretty much the same on Raw as well, but at least you had a couple of standouts.
I think Naomi might win. Although she won the
Yeah,
WrestleMania one.
Naomi's a good...
She won the WrestleMania one, though. But
that's what I mean. So it's like she's the winner of Battle Royals.
Yeah.
She never got a shot, did she? Or something like that on Twitter.
No,
this
she won a
week.
big trophy. Well done.
So did Braun in Saudi Arabia, and then they broke it accidentally on purpose, so they didn't have to keep bringing it out again.
Right?
Oh, good.
That's great. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened.
This was a very weak SmackDown, I thought, in terms of stuff happening.
Wheel
Gone
spinning.
something. Elias turned good.
Yes,
Non-diddler.
on Raw, yeah, he did. He smashed Baron Corbin with a guitar.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
That.
And you could tell he was a goodie because he had that awkward smile as soon as he did it. Yay.
And now when he walks away from an interview backstage, she'll like check him out as he walks off, like they do with all the faces. They're like, ooh. And if it's a heel, they're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, hey, how's it going? I'm a good guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so not too bad. Doesn't matter. NXT. Did you watch it yet?
one more thing, sorry.
come on.
Aiden English has just been absolutely ruined.
Oh,
Yeah, what the hell,
I'm
like-
so angry about this.
Yeah, I'm pissed
Because
too.
at the end, Rusev wins the match, and Tom goes, well, that's that then. That's
Yeah.
that feud gone.
Yeah, there's 900 pay-per-views this year. Let's get rid of this one on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So what's the point? What's English going to do now? I'm worried for him.
Anyone got a job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simon, can I be... Oh, I'm not gonna continue
Cultaholic,
with that.
can you hear me? Oh, speaking of which, news that we've got out. Yeah, I don't know if this happened last week or not, but it's the first time I've seen it on the advert for 2K19.
Oh, aye, us big,
Yeah,
big
Cultaholic
boys.
quote.
Big boys, us.
So I'm saying, it was like smoother, lots more fun. I believe a smoother, funner, lots of fun.
That was a description.
So I've said it now. So I don't know where the quote came from, but smoother, lots.
think-
So as someone pointed out, because I said, "Oh, I'm part of Cultaholic," I said this quote, therefore I'm on TV. As someone pointed out, well, so is Puppet Jack by that definition.
Oh, man.
So
Always.
Puppet Jack has got a quote on Cultaholic.
I believe that
on
quote
TV.
would have come from the mouth of Adam Pacienti.
Yeah, I think it was
I haven't
Pacitti.
seen it
On
yet.
one of his
so.
graded videos.
What do you think of 2K19, Puppet Jack? Smoother, more funner, lots of fun. You're crap,
It
you.
wasn't smoother, funner, and fun.
Go to work. Anyway, NXT happened.
Oh, did it?
It certainly did.
They did
It's
do
kicked
that,
off.
didn't
They
they?
revealed. They showed who it was. He admitted it. Gargano.
Jonathan.
Can't
Yeah.
believe-
Dun, 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 dun.
Why?
I know why.
Why?
It was to get him and Ciampa one-on-one, wasn't it? Or is that not going
What?
to be the reason? Because it was
Oh.
originally going to be triple
Oh,
threat, and then he took him out.
So he didn't.
I hadn't
turn
even thought
heel.
about that. That's brilliant.
Thank you. Cheers.
You should be like employed by someone about wrestling.
Right. Maybe they won't go with that. Ciampa done a tweet quite recently saying like, "Oh, now Johnny's seen the light. This is the beginning. Johnny Wrestling's dead, but Johnny Gargano's never been more alive." Whoa.
What a great quote.
They'll be called DIWO now. So do it yourself. Do it with others. God, that was awful.
Good Ciampa.
Dio.
DIWO.
Dio in the building.
Boo.
Ciampa wrestling. Ugh. Yeah, this is the revelation that Gargano was turned diddler. I believe he's gone from Ciampa obviously having the belief system with Khan. He has got
What are you doing? What's that? What was that reference
all a bit
there?
out because I just messed it up. It's
All
not
right.
very good. So yeah, good NXT. The hyping up War Games. Matt Riddle makes his debut next week.
He does do that.
Bro.
There's little pins on as well. And other David Starr.
Oh, yes.
So unofficially David Starr part of
Well,
NXT the same way that Puppet Jack is part of Cultaholic WTV
Yes.
quotes. Okay, yeah, NXT could just be good. And Mae Yim.
yes. Mia Yim. Debuted. Yeah, she's good. It was a strong NXT, I thought. EC3 got a win.
Yes, what a
Trouble,
great
trouble,
NXT.
trouble. Yeah, it was good.
Yes.
Good.
Wrestling.
Anything else result-wise?
Yes.
NXT UK.
Mae Young Classics.
Mae Young Classic.
Oh, yeah, so Mae Young Classic
Mae Young
tournament. Obviously, we'll talk about that later on. It's going to happen at Evolution, so...
But there were some good matches. Toni Storm's match was probably the best of the tournament so far, I thought, in my opinion. Really
she's been
good.
outstanding.
Yes.
She's Toni Storm.
She's great. Strong Zero is her finisher.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Thanks to our punishment for Sunday. Her new gimmick is now the Toni Storm Simulator. Because that's one of the punishments. The Toni Storm Simulator. Where we are going to simulate a storm just because her name is Toni Storm and she is on the Evolution pay-per-view.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's one of the options, of course. Hasn't won yet. Ooh, we don't know what's won yet.
What do you mean, Storm Simulator?
So we're going to go down the back, down here, by the bridge, and then someone's going to be sat in a chair, or standing up, we don't quite know yet, and they're going to be pelted with things that represent a storm, potentially. Like, this isn't one. If you want to vote, by the way, patreon.com/Cultaholic. The other choices are a big bang, which is a confetti cannon to the face, or other part of the body. If face is going to be too dangerous. And the third one I've completely forgotten. So there we go.
Third option's a London Blaze.
Yeah.
I know it was eating a banana in full, like with the skin and everything, because
Evolution,
and
monkeys, bananas. It's been a difficult week.
Eating a banana with the skin. So yeah, that'll be me.
Wait a minute, have you ever eaten a banana with the skin?
No, never.
Can you eat it?
I don't know.
Apparently so. Apparently it's full of nutritious goodness as well.
Sam said he ate an orange like full when he was a kid because he was an idiot and he was fine. Well, he's turned out a bit.
Where is he then?
Yeah.
Right.
With this at the cinema with his dad crying.
Crapping.
Puking up orange.
Uncontrolled. Coming out of both ends.
So that's what we're doing on Sunday or Monday, maybe.
Wow.
Toni Storm Simulator. Genius. Top draw in terms of punishments. Top draw.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Question time.
Mailbags.
There we go. Got my own gimmick.
Mailbags.
Thank you.
Bags of mail.
And as always, explain the rules like it's a battle royal, and I assume you've never seen one before. I never read these before they're shown to me. Number one. Hey, guys. Hey.
Hi.
Bit of a more serious question. Oh, God. This past week or so has had some very real moments. Last week, we finally saw Tegan Knox's injury at the Mae Young Classic, and this week we've had Roman Reigns' very sad leukemia announcement. Looking back, there's moments like Shibata's retirement, or Edge's retirement, or Conor the Crusher. How important are those very human, real vulnerable moments for pro wrestling? Cheers, Sam. Oh, well, thanks, Sam,
Cheers,
for
Sam.
bringing the mood down.
I think they're very important.
Yeah,
think
it's
they're
easy
very
to forget that we're watching human beings.
Yeah.
You know, so often we assume, we see guys like Big Show pushing over vans, the wacky world of wrestling where nothing's real, it's all weird and wonderful, and the boogeyman and all this. And oh, yeah. Because you see the adverts so many times, careers, and in an instant you just block it out. But then, when Edge retired, it's like, oh, yeah, this can end at any time. All it takes is one move, and so on and so forth.
All right, and there's three big reasons why they're important to me. First of all, for the one you've just said there. Second, for awareness.
Yep.
Raising awareness. I didn't know much about leukemia before Tuesday morning. And seeing posts on Reddit and stuff like that, I've learned quite a lot this week, which I wouldn't have learned otherwise.
Yeah.
And third of all, it's bloody nice to see a community come together. I like that sort of thing. Like the outpouring of emotion about Roman on Tuesday morning was refreshing to see, I thought.
Yeah.
And
Everyone got involved. New Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone came together. It was lovely.
It was good.
I don't remember
I mean, obviously
real
not
moments like
it
that,
wasn't
though.
good.
But, yeah.
But you know what I mean.
I tell you, I remember specifically the thing about real moments is that when Macho Man died.
Right.
Because, me and my friends were all ringing each other up. Some people I hadn't spoken to in, months or maybe even years of, have you heard the news? So it's like a relative I used to see, but I haven't seen in a while. Because I'd seen that. I'd grown up watching Macho Man, loving Macho Man. And it's like, yeah, he's dead. It's like, what? I
don't think I was fully back into wrestling at that point. Because I remember being aware of it once I was already back in. I was like, oh, and Savage is dead. And I was like, ah. But, I mean, I didn't grow up watching him. But since then, love it.
Yeah. So.
Very important.
Gentlemen, wrestling is fine, and so is your podcast. We'll leave it there. Would you rather have no elbows or no knees?
What was the second one?
I thought it was
I'll try again, sorry. Would you rather have no elbows or no knees? I need to know because of reasons. Keep up the aforementioned fineness. Travis.
Cheers, Travis.
Thank you very much, Travis. No elbows.
So I thought it was important after that question, just to raise the mood once a bit, bring it back up a bit. Silly question. The room doesn't seem to be too impressed.
No,
I may have misjudged the situation.
No, I'm thinking.
I've already got an answer.
I'm actually thinking.
I've got my answer.
Go on, you go first.
I would rather have no elbows. Keep me knees, get rid of the elbows.
Yeah?
Yeah. Imagine walking around with straight legs constantly. You wouldn't get anywhere very quick, would you?
I would want to have arms but no knees, so I could be Hank Hill's dad.
Oh, King of the Hill.
Yes.
Got it.
And
got it.
Perfect Halloween outfit every year.
I would go for no knees because I don't like when people touch my knees. It's just a thing that I hate.
What do you mean touch your knees?
As in, I just don't like when people touch my knees.
But like, how would
I
that
can't remember
happen?
the last time anybody touched my knee.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
I don't know, just if it ever happens, I hate it. And it obviously doesn't happen that frequently, but I remember it when it does because I hate it.
I went to school with a lass like that who hated the back of the neck. Just
right.
being boys will be boys, We'd sit behind her in class and just go, boop. And she would go mad. Oh, I miss school sometimes.
You go,
mate.
back of the neck.
So mine's no knees because it would eliminate that problem. Yeah. There you go. And also, my job involves quite a lot of typing, and I imagine without elbows, it'd be quite difficult. Yeah, I'll keep the.
Oh, we
elbows.
didn't need to do that, did we?
Yes, we did. Be a raptor. Hello, members of the best wrestling channel on YouTube.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Filthy liar. As there is nearly half a century of episodes deep into the podcast, I thought I'd ask a few questions. How do you feel the podcast has progressed? What's that? I'll do that one and do a bit. How do you feel it's progressed?
Leaps and bounds, because it was an absolute disgrace early on. I didn't know you. Did I? That was awkward enough.
Yeah, right. I know you from the telly. It was basically like we all lined up, all three of us, around the orb, the big ass mic.
Stand up didn't help, did it?
Yeah, standing up next to this wall.
Oh, he stood up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you remember?
No.
I was gutted because I was under the impression because you look so young, I'd be taller than you, and no. So I was like, great. Yeah, and it genuinely looked like Pacitti was off camera with
gun.
An AR-90. He's like, all right, talk. Now, banter. It's like, that's not how it works. So obviously, yeah, we've had to go and know each other.
Build a bit of rapport, it takes a bit of time.
It takes, like I said, I've enjoyed doing it because it takes a lot more than going, biker mice from Mars, right? And you guys staring at me going, what's this idiot talking about? I'm like, that's my entire pattern on Twitter, just, remember this old thing? So I was like, oh no, you need a bit more substance and
bit of jazz hands, bit of pizzazz.
It's the wrestling business, kid.
Yeah, and I've
been charisma.
Pyro and Ballyhoo.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been nice getting to gel with you, and you're easy to gel with because
we already knew each other.
Yeah.
Sort of beforehand, so.
Yes.
Yes.
In Rise.
Yeah.
Are you going on Saturday?
Yeah.
Sweet, see you there. Are you going to that?
If I can get tickets. No, I've got a separate outfit planned.
I mean, you can get tickets. Just plug them. Go and get tickets.
Well, I've asked, but they've not yet got back.
The bastards. Whereabout would you guys compare yourselves to other podcasts? Oh, Christ. On a scale of levels with other wrestling podcasts. Ooh, that's a good question.
Better than Bruce Pritchard.
Whoa. Straight into the top.
Put that on a quote on an advert, 2K. Cultaholic. Better than Bruce Pritchard.
Yes.
I think we're a lot more ragged than a lot of wrestling podcasts. But then again, we're a lot more polished than a lot of wrestling podcasts. Some are very freewheeling. So...
Yeah, we do try and keep it on. We're trying, if the purposes of entertainment rather than just be our own arse.
Yeah.
To be honest, I nearly cut that question out because I was like, feel a bit iffy comparing.
This is just starting beef in it.
Yeah.
No, I can put over some.
We're the best.
I don't listen to any others.
I'll listen. I mean, OSW is not really a podcast; it's a video podcast.
Exactly.
Isn't it? But that's the top for me. Love it. Also, really enjoying Wrestle Me at the minute, which is a podcast where one bloke's seen all the WrestleManias, one bloke hasn't, and they go through them together, and one's watching them for the first time, and you get his impressions, you get the new impressions, and you get the more experienced impressions, and it's pretty good. But they don't spend a lot of time talking about the matches themselves. They just talk about the wrestlers and their histories and how crazy everything is. But
So is that guy's thoughts on WrestleMania is, I'm bored, I'm still bored.
No,
How long is this?
He plays the game. He joins in.
Thank you, Charlie from Liverpool.
Cheers,
it's
Charlie.
Nice. It's nice to.
Great.
Do you guys pay attention to the wrestling podcast then and see what they're doing and go, we need that on our podcast?
No, not really.
Ross likes more. He's more of an avid. You like the wrestlers podcast like Austin and that.
Yeah, I listen to Boston every week. I listen to Jericho and Bruce Pritchard, and I used to listen to Storm and Cyrus, but not so much anymore. I just listen to the big ones because that's what was the main thing that got me back in. was like 2013ish when Austin's podcast and Jericho's and Jim Ross's launched.
Right.
I started listening to those at night secretly in his 7-bedroom house because, can't be nothing like wrestling at uni.
Right.
At the end of life, wouldn't it?
Right. By not you're a Sunderland supporter or something weird like that. And and I've been still listening to watch the shoot interviews that put up by High Spots and Smart Map Video and other companies. And it's nice to hear them talking because sometimes you go, that's good. They've got that great dynamic. And other times you're like, they just literally give this guy a camera and a microphone. He's like, oh, I don't know what to ask. Anyway. That's all the questions, isn't it?
That's it.
Thank you very much for the questions. The mailbag, as always, the email address is mailbag@cultaholic.com.
Yay!
I didn't want to mess it up so I could make a noise, but damn it. Only 3 questions this week.
Well, the one was.
I've got a question.
Go on.
I was thinking about this. What misconceptions or lies were you told as a kid and weren't told that wasn't true until much later in life?
This isn't a wrestling question.
No, I mean, there really are, really. So, wow, 3 wrestling related questions this week. That's weird.
Elbows and knees.
That's a wrestling question.
Okay.
Wrestlers have knees and elbows.
Yeah.
Because the reason why is, I was thinking about this might be a fun discussion or not. My mum blagged me as a kid that, you ring up competitions back in the day for like live and kicking or whatever, that the hello, you are voting for whatever was a real person. So they were like, if you would like to vote for one, which I don't know what it would have been, Right Said Fred to be the band of the week, whatever the hell it was, then you need to press 1. And I was like, hurry up, man, shut up, I'm going all day and all this. And I come off the phone and my mum told me, it's a real person, right?
Why?
It's just put up. And I went, oh my God, like really? So I rang up to apologize to the fake voice. Hello, you are vote. And because I said something, I said, look, I'm really sorry the way I treated you on the previous call. It heard the voice and whatever, it must be voice recognized. So it went silent. I was explaining them to say something and didn't hear anything. So I didn't know what to do. So I hung up. And it must have cost me a £5 to ring up and then another £6 to apologise. So yeah.
Excellent. That was a lovely story then.
So was anything you've been told as a kid that was a lie?
I had a retainer brace when I was younger.
All right.
So that it looked like crap, you could take it out. I used to just take it out and not wear it because I was, a rebel. And my mum would go, if you don't put that in, the dentist will hurt you. So me being like year 4, year 5 or something, I put the back in, didn't I? Because my dentist at the time was a big, grizzly man with a massive beard. He must have been about 7 foot tall.
Isaac Yankum.
It was Isaac Yankum.
That was Gandhi. Right.
Mine was... I don't remember knowing that... I don't remember believing this, but apparently I did believe it when I was little, but I can't remember believing it, and I since discovered it was true. But so I have no memory of believing this, but apparently I used to think that chickens grew on trees because I was learning about how meat was animals and sort of freaked me out a bit. So as a kid, my mum was like... I was like, so where do chickens come from then? And she beat like an idiot. They're chickens, obviously, but she was like, they grow on trees. And apparently I believed her, so there we go.
Makes you wonder where the chickens do come from, though, considering how many of them are sold as food. Think about one KFC restaurant, how many chickens they go through in one day.
Well, chickens lay eggs like there's no tomorrow, don't they?
And times that by however many KFCs there are in the world.
Yeah, but...
And then Morrison's have their chicken sections.
But chickens lay loads of eggs.
I know, but how many eggs?
Loads. What came first?
It's incredible, isn't it? Yeah. Incredible thought, how many chickens there are in the world.
Yeah, it is, yeah, to be fair. Yeah.
If you had to put a number on how many chickens there are in the world, how many?
You just need to hit one 3 times with a sword and then all the rest come. That's a...
Wait, hit the button.
I have no idea what's going on here.
That's a Legend of Zelda reference. There you go.
Yes.
Chickens, eh? Wonderful.
So if you have a question, keep it to yourself.
It's Cultaholics.
Big question.
Wow, what a great soundbite that was that just played.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
yeah. That's new, isn't it?
Yeah, wow. Cheers for that.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, 13 man. What was his name? XIII.
Yes.
Ink.
Yeah, he was Roman.
13 Ink.
Yes, 13 Inc. The big question is, are you happy with the build to WWE Evolution, which is this Sunday, which you may or may not be aware of?
Wait, you wouldn't know if you're watching Raw, I think. Or SmackDown, maybe.
Maybe SmackDown, because,
Yeah, but I feel a bit sorry for them because everything going on with Crown Jewel has put this supposedly first ever historic event on the back burner.
Right. I mean, on one hand, yay, progress. On the other, it's only progress because they've done it because of the reaction to them doing Battle Royal in...
Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah, for the name of it, sorry.
No, but they've broken down walls the WWE put up themselves.
We know more about them breaking ground than the show itself because everyone's come out and go, wow, history making. Can you believe it? Yes, we can believe it. You're booking it, pal. So I think there's been as much build as they have spent talking about how revolutionary it is. So the card is Ronda versus Nikki, which I think has had a fair build. Becky versus Charlotte, which better headline. Ronda be damned.
I don't think it's going to headline, but
Of course it's not. You know, that's a real feud. That's been really hyped. Great. Kairi Sane versus Shayna. Yes,
that should be really good. Yeah,
absolutely.
So they're all built. You know,
I'm looking forward to seeing Shayna again. Mate. She won me over properly at the last takeover.
Io Shirai. Oh my god, I'm gonna do a worse pronunciation than Alundra Blaze. Shirai versus Tony Storm.
Shirai
versus Tony Storm Stimulator.
Alan Shirai.
That's going to be a really good match also.
Alan
if they get time. If they get the time to.
Wherever we'll be. Trish Stratus and Lita versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
Boom! Not a fan of this one.
Why not?
Because I think that Alexa Bliss deserves a singles match at this. She's really good. And it also makes no sense. They've built it as the present versus the past. But one of the present superstars is Mickie James, who should really be on the past team. And also, Alexa Bliss might not even, this isn't anyone's fault, it's just bad luck, but she might not even be clear to wrestle.
I hate that. Yeah, haven't you answered your own question then? If she's obviously not cleared to wrestle, then a tag match.
Yes, but they didn't book it thinking she wasn't going to be clear to wrestle.
She got hurt on Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's a recent thing. I thought because she's not done much last few weeks.
She's either bust her nose or she's got a concussion, was what the news report I read earlier.
So if she's out, then it'll be Alicia Fox, the beautiful Alicia Fox.
The enormous Alicia Fox.
She's so tall. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But I hate the way on Raw, Charlie was like the Trish and Lita. What do you think of them two not taking two Attitude Era superstars so lightly? Blah, 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 blah. And then Trish goes, that's how we do it in the Attitude Era. You're all about the ruthless aggression, aren't you, you two? Most of their achievements.
Right.
They weren't around there in the Attitude Era, but, you know, when you think of Trish and Lita, it's ruthless aggression, isn't it?
I mean, kind of. That they did both, obviously, at the very end of the Attitude Era, because obviously Trish and Steph had that unexpectedly awesome match.
No
way out. Yeah.
Oh, what a match that is.
Trish was with TNA and she looked great, sounded awful. But obviously, she just started, so.
Yes. I thought you meant the company then. I was like, what? But
Right, yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
So if you think TNA, of course. You guys were TNA, right, crowd? Yay. Well, here's Test and Albert. That was it.
So I'm not really looking for that one that much.
No, and it's great. We're on a nostalgia trip because nothing that happened 10 years ago matters, but damn it, the Attitude Era is forever. And I love, obviously, Trish. She's had a few appearances in the ring since then. I haven't even Battle Royal appearances, right? She had the WrestleMania tag match.
She's in the Royal Rumble this year as well.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from that,
she had to square off against the woman who she should be facing on Sunday, Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Sasha's now stuck in a 6-woman tag.
That match is... we're going to mention that one.
Yeah, we'll mention it now. Yeah. Sasha Banks, Bayley, Natalya versus the Riot Squad.
There are a lot of women in that match who deserve better than this match.
Thrown together at the last minute.
Yeah.
No thought.
I don't care about the Riot Squad at all.
Is it going to be a pre-show? Because this is it.
Right. I mean, the bar for women's wrestling right now is higher than it's ever been in WWE, right?
Yeah.
And a big reason for that, a massive reason, is not like obviously Natalya and them as well, but Sasha and Bayley put on one of the best women's matches ever, and now might be on the pre-show. And if they're not on the pre-show, they're on a pretty inconsequential match.
Right.
And it's like, what's happened?
It all went wrong when they went to therapy.
Yeah.
Doodle-doo, clown music playing in the background.
Right.
Jesus Christ, how badly did they misjudge that?
Right. The fans were going, this is a serious angle. This is great. We're with Bayley. It's great. Long-term feud. And we were all like, no, it's going to play out like this.
Yeah.
And so it's weird. I want to know what they did backstage to upset somebody where they thought why this feud didn't happen.
Yeah.
This should have happened at WrestleMania.
I still think it will happen.
SummerSlam. Won't happen at Survivor Series. Maybe it'll happen at next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But it's just like, why? Like
my boy Brandon on Twitter
Brandon
said,
who?
Stroud.
Oh, that Brandon.
Brandon. He said at the end of Raw, he was like, well, Stephanie or Baron better be sending Dean and Seth to counselling now to fix this broken relationship. Because it's the same thing, you know.
Right. And let's show that this is a revolutionary pay-per-view. Put a lot of thought into it. A battle royal!
Oh, yeah.
This is like if they got the old videos. On the back, it would say, plus one other exciting contest.
Featuring Asuka, the longest reigning women's champ. Like, oh, man.
So, yeah, some of it has been built up, in fairness, but a lot of them, the matches, there wouldn't be any difference to them if it was any other show. That wasn't very well said, but I meant what I said. They would still have a women's title match on Raw, a women's title match on SmackDown, at Hell in a Cell, at SummerSlam, or whatever. So that's why, the two biggest matches would have already been on a show if they allowed women on it. So, yeah, have them on NXT, Mae Young Classic. All right, fair enough then. But yeah, the rest is just, here's some women. Ooh.
It's been treated like a gimmick in some places, isn't it?
Exactly, a gimmick rather than what they're doing. And I know it's very hard for... I've realised whenever...
Three white men, here it comes. I love it when you say this every week.
Yeah, like, three young, because I forget, sometimes I'll make a joke about a guy, male wrestler, on Twitter, whatever. Make a joke about a women's wrestler, and it is like, you bastard.
Yeah, I've been there before.
I'm like, of course, like, I don't hate women. I love that some people do genuinely think that, because they only focus. Yeah, so if you get all the comments I've said about some of the women's wrestlers or divas over the years, yeah, it looks like I do. No, I like it when they're crap. I don't like it when they're crap. I'm quitting after this podcast. Swear to
But
God.
you do like when
this
they're
is the hardest.
because you're the botchamania guy. You love it when they're
Yeah, and this is what I mean. Like, there's been so many people who've been messaging me going, "You'll love this show." I'm like, well, NXT match should be good. He says, no, it's going to be awful. I'm like, oh, wait, man, there's actually good women on the show.
Many different, do you? That's the point you're making.
Yeah,
men and women.
Right.
But I was gonna say, just like in response to the big question, like I think there's enough on this show for it to be good. There's enough matches that could be good, but it's up in the air whether it will be or not. And if it's not, it's probably going to be more down to the booking than the quality of the wrestling.
Exactly.
I think. So
very well said, Jack.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
They've hyped
Well, I'm
it up.
dressed as a bear.
Exactly.
But
they've hyped the show up like it's a Charlotte Flair. Like the idea of it happening is a Charlotte Flair, but on paper it looks like a David Flair.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I came up with that just now.
Nice.
So
I thought you were gonna Ric Flair. Yeah. It's gonna be brilliant.
Ooh.
No.
God. So I think it'll be all right. Which match do you think Hulk Hogan's going to interfere in?
The
hold up Ronda's hand at the end. Get Ronda on his shoulders. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, right.
Awesome. Any other thoughts?
No, that's it for me.
Same. I'm really sweaty and I want to get out.
Oh,
of this
God, you
costume.
poor thing. Yeah.
Man.
Thank you very much for watching the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. Nearly a year into this.
Wow.
And some of us have gotten
Not
better.
nearly a year, is it?
According to that one guy, it's nearly 50.
Is it?
When we start? No, that can't be right, can
It's
it?
like February,
Started in
wasn't
January,
it?
February. That guy's talking about his arse, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let's start that again.
No, leave it in. Let's call him out.
No.
Yeah, let's call him out.
Yeah,
it's not nearly
you
a half
can't count.
century.
Not like 50 shows that have been doing more than one a week.
We haven't.
In secret
Yeah.
somewhere.
But isn't that wrestling? Right, 39 shows. Nearly 50!
We are the Goldberg WCW World
Right.
Heavyweight Championship
If you
reign.
give it a few more minutes. Nearly 60! I'll be Maffew. Next week I'll be better, I promise. Ross?
Oh, you're all right. Don't worry about it, Matthew.
I've been Ross. I'll be the same.
And I'll be in normal clothing. I'm Jack.
And we hope to see many different Twitter accounts set up for Furry Jack.
No, we don't.
Yif in hell. Thank you very much. See you next week. Join us, etc.
Bye.
2K19 is awesome.